Helga stood before him, wearing a below-the-knees redshift dress with gold buttons and short sleeves. A necklace of matching red beads hung around her neck. She angled her head to stare at him. Her matching earrings swayed back and forth. He noticed that she had bobbed her hair to suit the new flapper style as she laughed. She stepped into the cabin, hidden away in the woods at the Pinyon Lodge outside Santa Fe, New Mexico, and thrust her hand out. I hold all the cards. Give me the Lawrence maps now, and you can get your rich girlfriend back. What have you done with Dora? Edward Ware seized her wrists and shook her. She's where you will never find her unless you please me first. Helga slapped his face. Her dark eyes loomed dangerously close, like poisoned spiders about ready to strike. Her rouged cheeks looked like the burning fires of hell. If you don't give me the maps right this second, so Hitler can learn from Lawrence's battle techniques for the almost certain next war, you'll just have to go to bed with me now, she ordered, reaching for his pockets. Edward glanced at the ticking clock on the wall above the witch's head as the cuckoo came out and proclaimed the hour. His friend and comrade Lawrence should be back in less than 15 minutes. He was conscious of that thought as he grappled with Helga. He shoved her up against the wall as he struggled to get his hands on the gun stuffed in her bodice. She unbuttoned his fly and got her hands inside his pants. One thing rapidly led to another. It was hard to keep his focus. Soon he forgot about it altogether as her nimble hands searched all his pockets and got hold of those priceless maps. Some minutes later, the bitch was sitting there by the side of the bed, putting on her stockings in an unctuous way, unfolding them slowly as she giggled. He could appreciate the anatomy of her bare legs as she lifted a 33 from a collection by the bed and started the gramophone, playing Tipperary. She'd already put on her formless shift that clung to her curves in a horribly bewitching fashion. She rose and sauntered off to the bathroom to comb her hair and slammed the door behind her. He slipped into his slacks when he heard Lawrence knocking on the window. Now was the time to ditch while the bitch was distracted, but Edward couldn't leave without the maps that he had so disgracefully lost. But where did she put them? He looked around and finally caught a glimmer of them on the floor in the bathroom behind the closed door right near the opening. He did not want to put the bitch on alert. She was singing to herself as she did her hair. He got down on his hands and knees and barely got his fingers around them. Then he pulled them through the slit. With the Lawrence maps intact, Edward and Lawrence hurried back east on the train to join Churchill. Hitler's chief henchwoman and spy, Helga von Wessel, hasn't captured the maps yet, despite all her efforts. Edward must stop the renegade Nazi leader in his meteoric rise during the 1920s. He has already marched successfully on Coburg. Edward doesn't want him to take over the government of Bavaria, then Germany itself. Hitler must not become unstoppable in a century gone insane. Read Map Plot, an Edward Ware thriller novel, before it's too late and the shooting starts again.